Welcome everyone. Welcome back again. So now in this session we are going to see basic introduction to GD&T. Why GD&T is used, where it's used, when to use GD&T, and what are the advantages and what are the basic fundamentals of the GD&T. Even if you are zero, you can start from this point. And if you know the basics of the GD&T, still you can go through this session. Do not skip any video of this course. Okay, just go through all the sessions. Those are all important sessions. Okay, so let me share my screen. So let's start with the introduction. In introduction I have this basic topics. You can see what is GD&T, when GD&T is used, where it's used, what are the advantages, and four major fundamentals elements of the GD&T. Okay, so what is GD&T? We have seen that GD&T is nothing but geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. In simple word, it is a system of symbols, rules, definitions used to define the geometry of the mechanical parts with respect to its actual function or relationship with the part features. It's a set of symbols. It's a set of symbols and the rules and definitions, and which uses the actual function, actual relationship of the part. Means if you are giving the GD&T to the part number 1, if that part number 1 is used into that assembly, that means is consider the interfaces of that assembly, how that part is going to assemble. So GD&T considers that, and based on that we are going to provide various rules, definitions, and the symbols. So that is all about the what is GD&T. That is very simple, we can say, definition of the GD&T. Okay, so when GD&T is used, when to use GD&T is very important. So use only when there is a physical relationship of any part with other part in the assembly. If part itself is the end product, then no GD&T use, as it's only for interchangeability. Let me explain the different words. You can see this: no assembly, no GD&T. If your final product is just a single part, it is not going to be used in any of the assembly, then you need not to use GD&T there, right? GD&T is just for the interchangeability. That means your multiple parts should, you can say, assemble together every time. That is the interchangeability, and we are going to see that definition again. But the purpose of GD&T is that it makes sure that your multiple parts gets assembled together every time. And if you don't have the assembly, if you have just single part, okay, it is not going to be assembled everywhere. So GD&T is not needed there, right? So what you will do means, if you provide the location, tolerances, all that things, yes, tolerances will be there, but nothing is in. For example, you have a hole, right? So nothing is going in that hole. So no GD&T is required. So just keep in mind, if you don't have any assembly, then GD&T is not needed. Okay, I hope it is clear where GD&T is used. Okay, when GD&T is used. Now we are going to see where it's used. So it's used in all over the world, in every industry where assemblies of the components are done. As I said, no assembly, no GD&T. So everywhere in the world where assemblies of the components are done, GD&T is used worldwide. Okay, so this is the basic information of the GD&T. So I think that's it for this session. So in the next session we are going to see advantages of the GD&T and the basic fundamentals of the GD&T. So in that session I will just explain the definition of the interchangeability also in detail. So we are going to close this, and we'll see you into the next one. Welcome back, guys. So in previous session we have seen a very basic information: what is GD&T, when GD&T is used, and where it's used. I hope you are clear with this basic information. Still, if you have the question, you can drop your question below this video in the comment box. Okay, so we are going to see what is the advantages, why to use GD&T. So there are multiple advantages of using GD&T. So you can see I have listed 6 advantages here. The first important advantage is GD&T assures interchangeability. So here is a clear definition of the interchangeability, and this is very common question in your interview, guys. So what is interchangeability? So you will get this question, we can say at least we can say there are 80% chances that you will get this question in your interview. So what is interchangeability? It's a simple definition. So let's read that and then I will explain in the simple, we can say, words. Making two parts independent of each other and expecting them to assemble and perform some action. That means, for example, in simple words, let's say I have assembly. I have assembly of suppose two parts. Let's say take an example of just two parts. And I'm manufacturer. I'm in we can say OEM, okay, original manufacturer. And I have two suppliers, supplier 1 and supplier 2. So I have given part 1 to the supplier 1 and part 2 to the supplier 2. So both suppliers are working independently, working at different location, working in the different environmental condition, working with the different operators and all that things. But irrespective of that, when I get this part from both suppliers, it should be assembled every time. Considering the tolerances, I have given the tolerances to the supplier 1 also, I have given the tolerances to the supplier 2 also. So every time these two parts get assembled. So that is called interchangeability. Okay, so I hope I could able to make it very, very simple for you. So that is the first advantage. Then second advantage, it saves money. As GD&T provides, you can say bonus tolerances, extra tolerances, and yes, as extra tolerances are there, it saves money, right? Then the third point is provide maximum production tolerances and the bonus tolerances, right? And if you get more tolerances there, your manufacturing process will be, we can say, very simple. And as manufacturing process will be simple, again it will decrease your cost of that part, that product. Okay. Then the fourth advantage of the GD&T is it helps to achieve design intent. For what purpose you are designing your part, right? What is the purpose of your part? How it is going to assemble there? So GD&T helps you to maintain that. That is very, very important. Then the fifth advantage is provides uniformity of the specification and the interpretation, reducing the guesswork and the controversy. Just imagine, guys, I have just drawing and generalized drawing, and I have provided that drawing to the 10 suppliers. So every supplier will read that drawing differently if I have not added GD&T there. If some information is missing, the supplier will guess something, then supplier 2 will guess some different than supplier 1, supplier 3 will guess some different than supplier 1 too. So there will be a lot of controversy and there will be a lot of guesswork there if I don't provide GD&T. So I have just provided the GD&T, which provides the uniformity so that every supplier gets the same message from me, right? So that is we can say huge advantage of the GD&T. Then the point number 6, obviously it maximizes the quality of the part, as it's considered the design intent and all the features are controlled by using this GD&T. So obviously it maximizes the quality. So these are the 6 important benefits of the GD&T. Okay, so that's it about this video. So in the next video, we are going to see 4 fundamental elements of the GD&T. That is very, very important. So let's stop here. We'll see you into the next one.